A very good morning to all. Today, we are moving on to the next chapter, that is chapter number 13, and the name of the chapter is Our Safety. So first of all, what is the meaning of safety? Safety means being protected from an injury or risk, that we call it as safety. So first, let's discuss about safety at home, which means the things that we should not do in order to keep ourselves safe at home. So see the first point. Do not run on the stairs. So, what happens when you run on the stairs? Sometimes you may fall from the stairs. So, you should not run on the stairs. So, this is very, very important. You should not run on the stairs. Sometimes you may slip and you may fall. So, you should not run on the stairs. The second one is, do not play with sharp objects. So, you all know what are sharp objects. For example, knife, scissors, blade, all these are sharp objects. So, what happens when you play with these sharp objects? It can hurt you. So, you should not play with any of the sharp objects. So, if you want to use any of these sharp objects, you can use it with the help of your parents. Then, even you should not touch the broken glass pieces. So, it can hurt you. So, do not play with sharp objects. Why? Because it can hurt you. The next one, do not play with fire. So, which is very, very important. You should not go near fire or you should not play with fire because fire causes burn. So, you should not play with fire. The next one is, do not touch an electric switch with a wet hand. So, you all have seen the electric switch or the electric wires in your home, right? So, you should not touch it with your wet hand. So, what is wet hand? Which means hands with water. So, you should not touch it with your wet hand. What happens when you touch it with your wet hand? You may get shock. So, you should not touch any of the electric switches or electric wires with your wet hands. It may cause shock. So, these are some of the things that you should not do in order to keep yourself safe at home. Now, let's discuss about another important topic, that is about safe and unsafe touch. So, have you all heard the term safe and unsafe touch? So, first of all, let me ask you, what is the meaning of safe touch? The touch that makes us feel good. So, when your father or mother hugs you, how do you feel? You feel good, right? So, that is a safe touch, or we can say that is a good touch. Then, when your friends give you a handshake or a high five, how is it? You feel good, right? So, that is a good touch, or we can say that is a safe touch, the touch that makes us feel good. Then, what is unsafe touch? The touch that makes us feel uneasy, scared, uncomfortable, that is unsafe touch or bad touch. When a person touches any of our private parts, any private part of our body, that is unsafe touch. So, that is unsafe touch, or we can say that is bad touch. But remember, it is okay if a doctor touches any private part of your body in the presence of your parents during checkup. That is fine. That is good touch. Then, so did you understand the difference between good touch and bad touch? So, the touch that makes us feel good, that is safe touch, and the touch that makes us feel uneasy, uncomfortable, scared, that is unsafe touch. So when a person touches any personal space of our body, that is unsafe touch. Look at this chart to understand the safe and unsafe touch. So when a person touches your mouth or your chest or your buttocks and part between your legs, that is unsafe touch. So let me repeat. When a person touches your mouth or your chest or your buttocks and parts between your legs, that is unsafe touch. When a person touches your hand or gives you a handshake, so that is safe. So you need to understand what is a safe touch and unsafe touch. So when a person touches any private part of your body or any personal space of your body, that is unsafe touch. The touch that makes you feel insecure, confused or scared, that is unsafe touch. So what should you do if a stranger or a person whom you know very well touches you that makes you feel uneasy, unsafe or scared? What should you do? The first thing that you have to do is you have to say no. You have to shout no loudly. The second thing what you need to do is you have to run away from that person. Then you have to tell this to a person whom you trust the most. It can be your parents or your teachers. So this is what you should do. I hope you all understood what is safe touch and unsafe touch. So in this class, we discussed about safety at home. And we learnt about the things that we should not do in order to keep ourselves safe in our home. And then we discussed about the safe and unsafe touch. Now we can take page number 78 in your textbook. That is the first page. Let's get started. So there is a question given. Point out this unsafe thing or habit or person that you should avoid in the illustration given above. So you can see an illustration here and you have to point out the unsafe thing or habit or person. So why is it unsafe? See the first one. Here you can see an iron box and this iron box is switched on. So what happens if you touch this iron box? It is very hot. If you touch it, you will get burned. So it is unsafe. The next one. Here you can see a little girl. Should I light a matchstick? So near to her there is a matchstick and she is thinking, should I light this matchstick? So fire causes burn and that is an unsafe thing. The next one, you can see a person knocking the door and asking to open the door. Is it safe? No. You should not open the door. When a stranger knocks the door and asks you to open the door, you should not open the door. So you should inform this to your elders who are in your home. So I hope this is clear to you. Now let's meet in the next class and discuss the rest of the topic. Till then, thank you.